Today I want to talk about the China African Summit that is taking place in China. And as you know, a lot of African presidents are presently in China, and they are there to attend the China Africa Business Forum. I want to make it clear here that I have no problem with China organizing a business forum for where it has invited presidents from Africa. It's a good gesture, but except that the design is not proper. As a business consultant and someone that has been working for many years in business in Africa, I think that if you want to do business in Africa and you're actually so serious about it, you will not invite people out of Africa to discuss business interests in Africa. You will come to Africa. That forum, if China was so serious, would have been in one African country. How can you be talking? It's just like you sit here and you're building business in another country without going to that country. It's not normal. And I'm just so challenged that every time African presidents are conveyed from one country to another. And when we saw Kenya organized something similar, we did not see African presidents. We did not even see some European presidents come, talk less of China and even the USA. They only send representatives. So I want to drag our attention to this reality. Africa will never grow if it is not considered and taken into consideration. No way. What we need in Africa that has made other countries to be developed is transfer of technology and methods. We don't need money. African presidents should stop going to beg for money every now and then. We don't need funds. We don't need support. Thailand is today one of the biggest producer of rice. It was not because of funding. Indonesia is one of the biggest producer of oil. It was not because of funding. African presidents should stop making Africa a laughing stock. If there is an African business summit, it should take place in Africa. And moreover, all these African presidents who are traveling to China today, ask themselves, how much business do they do in Africa between African countries? It will shock you that intra-African business does not represent up to 10%. That's the reality. Yet, they prefer to do business with China, etc. Listen, a country like Benin Republic prefers to do business with Europe when Benin Republic has a country like Nigeria with 200 and something million people. How much is the business between Nigeria and Benin Republic? Do you know that the African countries that share the same Atlantic Ocean, if you want to export something from Nigeria to Benin Republic by sea, there is no clear operation for that. Talk less of operations along terrestrial operation, nothing. Yet when there is a business summit in Europe, in China, they run to go and sit and beg for funds. Even the president of Senegal is in China. It's a shame for Africa and a shame for African leaders.